Hello, I'm Orhan Gaybov. You're watching AzTV News. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan Ilham has received Mohammed Abdel Salam, the Secretary General of the Muslim Council of Elders.
Noting that Azerbaijan had made great efforts to strengthen Muslim solidarity, the head of state recalled that the state of Shusha, which had been liberated from occupation in 2020, was declared the cultural capital of the Islamic world, adding that the decision was a manifestation of the great support of the entire Muslim world for Azerbaijan. President Ilham Aliyev emphasized was pleased that ceremonial events would be held in Shusha next month. Mohammed Abdel Salam conveyed the greetings from His Eminence Ahmed El Tayyib, the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar and Chairman of the Muslim Council of Elders, to the head of state. President Ilham Aliyev expressed his gratitude for the greetings and asked Mohammed Abdel Salam to pass on his greetings to His Eminence Ahmed El Tayyib. Mohammed Abdel Salam emphasized that His Eminence Ahmed El Tayyib highlights the efforts of President Ilham Aliyev towards the establishment of peace. He noted that the calls for peace of the President of war-free Azerbaijan were amazing, and it was no coincidence that the Muslim Council of Elders issued a statement after the initiative of President Ilham Aliyev in the direction of the exchange of detained persons and the establishment of peace. The President of Azerbaijan said that although Azerbaijan had been faced with occupation and military aggression of Armenia for more than 28 years, it was his country that took the initiative towards a peace agreement in order to normalize relations with Armenia and ensure a lasting peace in the South Caucasus after the 44-day pandemic war. President Ilham Aliyev emphasized that during the occupation, material and cultural sites of Azerbaijan, including places of worship related to the Muslim religion, had been destroyed by Armenia. A total of 65 out of the 67 mosques in these territories were razed to the ground. The head of state noted that Azerbaijan was carrying out restoration and construction work in the territories liberated from occupation, noting that a religious pavilion for climate action had been organized at COP28 and more than 4,000 people had visited it. The Secretary General noted that with the direct support of His Eminence Ahmed El Tayyib, the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, and his cooperation with the Pope, an event had been held within COP28 with the participation of more than 30 religious leaders of the world. At the end of the event, religious leaders had signed a statement called the Call of Conscience to Prevent Global Climate Change. He said that the intention was to hold such an event in cooperation with Azerbaijan as a host country of COP29. President Ilham Aliyev emphasized that Azerbaijan was playing an important role in promoting interreligious and intercultural dialogue and touched on the prestigious events held in Baku in this regard. The head of state announced that the Intercultural Dialogue Forum would be held in Azerbaijan again soon, with the support of ISESCA, UNESCO, and the UN Alliance of Civilizations. President Ilham Aliyev stressed that Azerbaijan was ready to support the promotion of interreligious dialogue within the framework of COP29 and, as an example of this, host a meeting of world religious leaders and cooperate in this field. During the conversation, the side stressed the importance of interconfessional dialogue in the Muslim world, citing Azerbaijan's experience as a successful example.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev has received a delegation led by Haluk Görgün, President of Secretariat of Defense Industries under the Presidency of the Republic of Turkey. The delegation included Chief Executive Officer of Aselsan Ahmet Akyol, General Manager of Asvat Behçet Karataş, Chief Executive Officer of Havelsan Mehmet Akif Nacar, General Director of Mechanical and Chemical Industry Corporation İlhami Keleş, Chief Executive Officer of Repcon Group İbrahim Külekçi, Chief Executive Officer of Roketsan Murat Elkinci, Chief Executive Officer of Defense Technologies and Engineering Özgür Güleryüz, Chief Executive Officer of Turkish Aviation and Space Industry TUSAS Temel Kotil.
During the conversation, they applauded the successful development of a friendly, brotherly and allied relations between Azerbaijan and Turkey in all areas, including the military and defense industry. It was emphasized that the delegations with the two Azerbaijan led by Haluk Görgün will contribute to the further expansion of bilateral cooperation. President Ilham Aliyev commended the global recognition of Turkish military-industrial complex products for their quality and efficiency. The head of state also underscored that serious steps have been taken regarding the development of the defense industry in Azerbaijan, adding that the visit of delegation from leading Turkish companies to the country created good opportunities for discussing the prospects of cooperation. Haluk Görgün expressed gratitude for the reception and conveyed satisfaction with the visit to Azerbaijan with a sizable delegation, which included heads of influential companies which constitute the backbone of Turkey's defense industry. He informed the head of state about the signing of several memoranda between the companies from the Turkish delegations and Azerbaijani defense industry firms across various sectors during the trip. The president of the Secretariat of Defense Industries conveyed his congratulations for the month of Ramadan and expressed his wishes for these sacred months to bring goodness and blessings to Azerbaijan. President İlham expressed his gratitude for the kind words. Haluk Görgün highlighted Azerbaijan's resounding victory in the Patriot War, describing President İlham Aliyev's triumph in the presidential election as part of a series of consecutive successes. He also emphasized the significance of the head of state's official visit to Turkey in February of this year following the presidential election in further strengthening bilateral relations. Then a keepsake was presented to the Azerbaijani president.
Armenia has made another provocation. The positions of the Azerbaijan armed forces in the direction of Nakhchivan were subjected to fire. On April 1st, starting from 10 to 10:20 p.m., the Armenian armed forces units from the positions in the directions of Arazdayan settlement of the Davali district and Saybali settlement of the Garakilset district, using small arms periodically subjected to fire the Azerbaijan army positions stationed in the direction of Hyderabad settlement of the Sadarak district and Bichanak settlement of the Shahbuz district of the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, Azerbaijan's Ministry of Defense reported. In accordance with the combat training plan of the Combined Arms Army for 2024, a tactical special exercise on conducting combat operations in severe cold was conducted. At the tactical special exercise conducted to improve the abilities and survival skills of military personnel while fulfilling combat tasks in severe cold, special forces performed various activities. In the course of tactical actions, the special forces clarified the tasks on the map and accomplished the task on assaulting positions by penetrating into the rear of an imaginary enemy at nighttime. Special forces units fulfilled the tasks on a sudden encounter with the enemy in a snowy and wooded area with difficult terrain in the enemy's depth, as well as on distancing from the enemy. Eight years have passed since the glorious April battles, which were the glorious historical victories of the Azerbaijan army. On 2nd April 2016, in response to the provocations of the Armenian armed forces, the Azerbaijani army severely defeated the enemy with a swift counterattack operation and liberated more than 2,000 hectares of the occupied territories in Fizuli, Jabrayil and Aghdara regions. Thousands of hectares of land have also been fully controlled by the Azerbaijani army. After 23 years, the April battles brought the joy of victory to our people. As a continuation of this victory, in the 44-day war that began on 27 September, our lands were liberated from occupation and Armenia was forced to sign the Act of Surrender. New draft law, which will contribute to increased efficiency of employees operating in the area of fight against international crime, transnational organized crime, and cybercrime, has been developed. During the meeting of the Parliamentary Committee on Labor and Social Policy, it was noted that this was reflected in the proposed amendments to the laws on social insurance and introduction of changes to the tax code. It was underlined that the growing dynamics of international cooperation with foreign partners made the use of more flexible methods and means necessary and expedient. From the necessity stems out the proposed amendments to the laws. In the course of the discussion of the reforms in the social sphere, it was underlined that the law on the status of refugees and IDPs may be reviewed. During the meeting of the committee, the draft laws in the second reading were reviewed. You can get in touch with us via WhatsApp and Telegram accounts at 051 511 1956, through which you can report events you encountered, as well as share your suggestions and remarks. That was all for the day. Thanks for being with us, and goodbye.